FisherGirl! Catch the passion!
Now, Kate, I know you're an accomplished fisher girl, right? Have you done much fishing with a float or mostly lures?
Mostly lures, actually.
Okay.
I'm curious to see how a float works.
Well, there's different ways you can rig a float. Terry's using a slip bobber back in behind us, and she's fishing for panfish. We're going to use a stationary bobber system, but we're going to be using 2 pieces of surgical tubing to connect our float on there. That is going to enable us to move the float up and down the line.
Awesome.
So I'm just going to feed the line through the little piece of surgical tubing, and you can see that it's free sliding. Come on, slide your surgical tubing. There's one piece. I'm going to put a second one on there. Now these 2 little pieces of surgical tubing is what's going to hold our float on. So I just need the float. Now one thing very important to tell the viewers, you need a float that has a base like this and a mast, almost like a toothpick at either end.
Okay.
So you take one end and put it in the surgical tubing, just like that, and the line of course is through there. Take the other end and put it over the top. So now this enables me to move the float up and down the line, and it's actually quite tight on there, so it's not going to slide on its own, so I can adjust it. And if we get a fish to hit when you set the hook, because the line goes right through the float, you get a very good hook set, as opposed to using like the red and white bobber.
Yeah.
Most red and white bobbers are so big that when you go to set the hook, the bobber is so buoyant that you're actually pulling it against the water and you don't get a good hook set. But these are usually much more streamlined. So what we need now is the 2 split shot. Hopefully you've got them, the split shot sinkers. And then we still have a hook, right?
Hope so.
This is good, okay. So the split shot sinker is ideal because you can see it's open, and all you do is squeeze it together to pinch it on the line. But if you want to take it off, it's got like 2 little wings that if you depress the wings, it opens up again. So you have to squeeze it enough so that it stays on there. And for the size of float that we have here, we're going to use 2 of them. Okay, I'm going to put on the second one, pinch it on there. So I like to pinch it on so there's no way it can come off, but still loose enough that you can slide it if you really push on it. Now we just need the hook. We have the hook.
We have the hook.
Guess what knot I'm going to use to do on this hook? Your Palomar knot. So I made the loop. See, there's the half hitch.
Yep.
I'm going to put the half hitch over the hook. I'm going to tighten it. There we go. Now we're ready. Look, you've got your hook right there, 2 split shot in your float, and we can move that float up and down the line. So we'll set it to about 4 feet. We'll get a worm on, and you can start catching fish.
Awesome.